Hi, Levi.
Hi, Mom.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm forcing you to do these videos.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, good. I just felt like we should do some videos that are just us so that people could get to know us a little bit outside the builds.
Yeah, for sure.
And we could talk all sorts of stuff like Star Wars or life or whatever. So we've gotten a lot of really good feedback from the Night Owl build, like people saying that they enjoyed watching it and that it helped them too with their builds.
It's definitely been a lot of fun making those videos and like showing the process of what it takes to build armor.
Yeah, I mean, I've loved it because we've been able to kind of stay connected with people even though it's been a weird time with COVID and everything.
Yeah, but it's also nice because doing it as a family too.
Yeah, we've definitely been able to spend time with each other, like more time. Because normally we would be doing things like jiu-jitsu class or Muay Thai and we're like always out and on the go.
Yeah.
So it has enabled us to have like time to do it. Because it took a while.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Dad did the first build 3 years ago when you were small. And he basically did it all himself other than my terrible hand sewing of the Velcro on the pants and
It wasn't
the shirt.
that bad.
Well, because you can't see it, but it took so long. When I watched Dad do the sewing machine and it took him 5-10 minutes, I was like, oh. I had memories of sitting in front of the TV hand sewing Velcro for hours. Because the Velcro's so thick and I would have to like push the needle through. Yeah. Anyway.
Hand sewing is not fun.
No. So hopefully we learned from all of our mistakes last time, and so the things that we showed are pretty helpful because we went through all the mistakes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping that people will share their builds with us too, because it's fun to see what other people do and like.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone has their own way of doing things. I think from what people have asked that they would like to see us do the build for the armorer.
Oh yeah, the armor is going to be a fun build. So.
And then the costumes that we're doing for 2 of us. Do you want to tell them what we're doing?
We're going to be doing the Mandalorian Super Commandos, which I'm really excited about because that's a super cool version of like the Night Owl Mandalorians.
Maybe we can do it simultaneously. I think.
Yeah, I think we could do it at the same time.
Technically, they're the same process because everything for the armorer and the Super Commandos is going to be 3D printed this time.
Yes.
Instead of the kit like we had for the Night Owls.
Yeah.
So that's going to be kind of like a new adventure for us.
Definitely.
A lot of sanding.
Oh yeah, sanding.
Our friend Luke, who lives in Seattle, he's Left Coast Avenger, by the way. He's making a Mandalorian, and he's calling it the Sandalorian.
The Sandalorian, yep.
Yeah, because it's so much sanding. Which
yeah,
I've
3D
already...
printing stuff you have to sand a lot because of all the little lines and extra bits of printer plastic and stuff. So it's going to take a lot of extra time to sand it, whereas with the plastic it was a little bit easier to just get right into the painting.
But that had sanding too.
But that did have sanding as well. Yeah.
But I've started the armor helmet already, and it's lots of sanding. First of all, we should talk about why we love the Night Owls. Because we already did them. We've had Night Owls for a long time now, and it was so awesome seeing them in season 7 of the Clone Wars.
I really love the Night Owls. They have always been such like a cool like figure of power. Like during that time of the Star Wars era, it was like a lot of the clone troopers, and clone troopers, you know, they're all the same man. But like here you have the Mandalorians where it's like men and women and they're doing really cool stuff. And that's just always been like really cool, and like seeing girls in armor is just awesome.
Yeah, and kicking butt for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I've said this on Instagram before on posts, but one of the reasons why I love the Night Owls, I mean, Bo Katan, or as Greg likes to call her, Bo Katan. Is it Katan or Katan?
I think it's Bo Katan. I've heard Dave Filoni say it's Bo Katan, so I'm just gonna go with Bo Katan.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna say.
Like,
Greg can correct us.
80% of people say it.
Okay,
so.
Greg can correct us on another. I mean, Bo Katan is amazing. She's an insane leader. Like the story arc that she goes through between being with Pre Vizsla and kind of being like bad, and then breaking ties.
Relationship with Satine too, who they're like having that sibling relationship where they're like completely opposites, but they still manage to make it work and get along.
Yeah, and in the end they come back together, you know, as sisters before Satine is killed, unfortunately. But like you get that moment of them where it's kind of that like coming back together and bond.
Yeah.
And I love her, but I think what I like the Night Owls so much is that like in Clone Wars you only got a little bit of them, and it made me want to think about like what they were like inside, because
it gives you a lot of creative freedom to like work with that character, whereas Bo Katan, it's like you see her in these scenes, you know how to act like her, but as a Night Owl you get more freedom to like have a personality and like maybe do things that, I don't know, weren't scripted or anything.
Yeah,
So,
you can make up your like backstory in your head, and then also being part of the Galactic Academy in the 501st. I never felt like, I mean, we like to wear our helmets a lot, but I never felt like if we took our helmet off that we were doing a disservice to the character, because no one knows what they look like under their helmet.
It's true.
So
And then,
far, yeah.
Also, that is a cool part where it's like, as the Mandalorian, they're talking about how his specific clan of Mandalorians that he was in, they don't take their helmet off since they get it. But you see in the Clone Wars, Bo Katan takes her helmet off. But you don't really see the Night Owls take their helmet off, mainly because they're more like the soldier class, I guess.
Yeah, they're a background.
But it is cool to have that freedom to be able to take your helmet off and not having to be or look a certain way.
Yeah.
Because you don't
And
know.
I mean, there was, after the Mandalorian aired, there were a lot of people, and there's still, that are like, this is the way, you can't take your helmet off. And hopefully you'll be able to still hear us, because I hear like a muscle car starting up in the neighborhood, which kind of sounds cool. But anyway, but all through the Clone Wars, you see Mandalorians, men and women taking their helmet off.
Yeah.
Rebels, you know, Sabine has her helmet off more than half the time.
Yeah.
Ursa's, where we first meet her, was in Rebels, and she had, you know, so
Yeah.
all, like a lot of Clan Ren, right?
Oh yeah. But also, it is cool too seeing the different clans of the Mandalorians, how they each have their own unique style, which I also like as well. I definitely really like older Ursa Wren's helmet, which is really cool. Whether it's like, isn't it like white and gold? Or is
Yeah,
I love that because it's just like those two colors. They just look really nice, and I love the pattern on her helmet.
Yeah, their whole style in that.
Which is also why I'm super excited for the Super Commandos, because
I
you know,
know.
black and red, it's gonna be so cool.
I know. I'm excited for that too.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you brought up Ursa, because I also love seeing kind of like her story arc, where in Rebels she's Sabine's mom, so she's older, you know, and she's this crazy leader.
Yeah.
And then in Clone Wars season 7, we go back in time and we see her
As
with
one
Bo
of the Night Owls.
as a Night Owl,
Yes.
which is awesome. So like we're getting bits and pieces and like teases of her, how she came through her story arc, I guess.
Yeah. It's also cool, another thing with like girl power, like the leadership. Like Ursa was the leader of Clan Ren.
Yeah.
Like Bo Katan was the leader of the Mandalorians on Mandalore. Like definitely leadership there.
Yeah, she had the Darksaber.
She had the Darksaber.
And you know what, I forgot, I was going back with Rebels, but Sabine actually beat
Sabine had the Darksaber too.
because
She beat Visa.
no, Saxon.
Oh, right.
Gar Saxon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
They look so similar. I'm like, same character. Wait,
I
they're
know,
not the
and
same
it's been a while
character?
since we've watched Rebels. I really liked Rebels. I know there's a lot of people out there that think it's not that good, but I enjoyed it.
I especially like the last season.
Yeah, for sure. But back to my point, like the Mandalorian women are super strong.
Yeah, and that's why we just always liked that.
Yeah, and I loved then the armorer.
Oh, yeah.
Because
She kicks butt in that one scene where she's literally defeating a bunch of stormtroopers with a hammer.
oh, not just defeating them, like obliterating.
Yes.
It's
But like they all have blasters and stuff, and she's literally just taking a garden tool.
yeah, and taking them all out in like the most violent manner possible.
Yes.
I went back and like pulled that for a little like TikTok clip, so I had it all slowed down in slow motion, and I was like, dang, this
It's so cool.
it's pretty crazy. But I love the fact fact too that like these Mandalorian women and the armor too, like through her arc through season 1, like she is definitely respected.
Oh yeah.
Nobody messes with her.
No.
She has the word.
Again, female leadership.
Yeah.
She was the leader of their little underground pack.
But it was like such a respect level. Because like
Yes. Yeah.
when Din Djarin came in and the other Mandos were kind of like talking smack to him, and she basically like put the kibosh on that.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, no, like.
But the level
good.
of respect.
And then in that last episode, we kind of see why. Because she's a total butt kicker.
But just that part too is like in comparison to the clones and the stormtroopers, where most of them are male, but like seeing the Mandalorians and having all these like awesome female leaders.
And they work together
Yeah.
with their male counterparts consistently.
Yes.
So, I mean, granted, we don't see a lot of it because they're sort of like a background characters, but you can just get that feeling of like they work
Family
together as a
and-
team, they're a clan, they all respect each other, and I love that.
Yeah.
And hopefully that continues on
Yes.
as more stories unfold. Dave Filoni and John
Yes.
and Taika and every director, we would love to see more of these amazing Mandalorian women and
yes.
and the continued like personality traits that they've
Yeah.
had through all that we've been introduced to before.
Yeah.
So-
Which is another reason why I feel like, I don't know, I'm not trying to speak for the both of us, but it's like why we're more drawn to the Mandalorians than Jedi. Or like the Jedi or the light side, like we like the Mandalorians because of that equal and like harmony and girl power and stuff, where you don't really see as much of that. Like sure, there's Ahsoka and there's all the cool female Jedi Masters,
And
but
they're
you
awesome.
see more of that teamwork and like family in the Mandalorians.
Ahsoka works together with Rex and with Anakin, but it is different because
Yeah.
she's definitely like in a leadership Jedi solitary role.
There's also like in the Jedi, I feel like there's levels. You are either a lower class clone, or you are a commander, or you are a Jedi or a Padawan and stuff. And I just feel like there's more of a teamwork
with the
with
Mandos.
the Mandalorians.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they're there in the middle, but they're like a family. Whereas you see on the dark side, the Empire, rebels and stuff, it's a little more leveled class. But like it's just almost like family.
And maybe that's it too, is like Mandalorians live in this realm that's not necessarily only good or only bad. Like you
Yeah.
have the opportunity to choose your own adventure and kind of like choose which way you want to go. Like you could go with Pre Vizsla, who's kind of like this shady dude who
Yeah.
maybe isn't the nicest, or you can like how the NiteOwls split off with Bo. She's like, dude, I've been working with you for now a while, and I do not agree with your tactics anymore, so we're out, and now we're warring.
Talking smack about Pre Vizsla. What did he do to you?
Before I forget what I want to say, and it kind of ties in because, like, you know, we put out there a lot of pictures in our costumes, and you know that's what people see us. But like, we're normal people.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
just
yeah.
like everybody else, and we've got all sorts
Yeah.
of stuff going on the side, and you know, martial arts, jiu-jitsu, and Muay Thai, and
Yeah.
drawing and art and acting. But it's kind of cool to bring that aesthetic, or like I don't want to say aesthetic, but the mindset that we were just talking about of female empowerment into our normal lives, and like trying to be good people to each other and uplift other women and men, all of our friends.
Supporting each other when being good people
Yeah,
in
Definitely.
the same time.
yeah. You know, I think that's something that we try to do.
Yeah.
And so when everyone's watching us build, like, remember that we're people too.
Yeah.
You know, Levi's 13. I'm older. I'm not going to say my age.
21.
Some people think that Brian is 22 because Greg said that on the
25.
Rexing Around
Mine said
show,
I'm
but
25.
he's not 22. No, I'm
25.
pretty sure I watched it and they said you said 22,
Oh, that's
but
funny.
that's no, not 22. I am excited to have, make the armor and like spend that time, because when you make a costume, like it takes such a long
Oh,
time,
yeah.
and it really becomes part of you. It's a creative like extension of your being. Here, hand me the. Yeah. So we kind of started on the helmet already. We'll be doing stories on Insta Story, and then I'll save those onto YouTube so that people can access them later on.
Yep.
And go through it. We'll try to do some of these where we turn the camera on ourselves like every once in a while. Probably not
Yeah.
all the time unless there's something really pressing that we feel like you guys need to know about, or like if we get a bunch of questions about one certain thing.
But feel free to give suggestions too, like on what you want to see us talk
I
about.
don't know. Is there anything else we should say? Maybe
I
we
don't
should
think so.
say if anyone has special questions or they want to
Yeah,
see us
feel
talk
free to
about
ask.
anything.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Like, you better come back and say that with your face in the camera.
Like, follow, subscribe.
And you know what? Before we stop, I would like to say thank you to all the artists out
Oh,
there
yeah,
who
definitely.
have done their renderings or like their impressions of us as the Night Owls, because every time we get someone that sends us something like that, it feels like Christmas morning. I
Oh,
get
yeah.
super giddy. It's like I should
It's
turn the
so
camera on
awesome.
myself then, and you can see my face because it's literally like,
Yes.
oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
always really fun.
Yeah.
And keep creating, you know, like even if you don't build, watch us, draw, sketch,
Yeah.
make videos, make compilations of like, I see people take clips from, you know, YouTube or whatever, from the animated series, Clone Wars or whatever, and put it to different music, and I love that.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to show your like fandom. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't be afraid to show
yeah,
your
no.
fandom.
Yeah.
No matter what other people think. If you like it, then you like it, and you do you.
Totally.
Yeah.
And there's those of us out here that totally support that.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
here. So that was our little talk for today, and have fun watching our ups and downs with building the armor.
There's no downs, only ups.
Yeah. What are you talking about, Downs?
Have you met your dad? Like your dad? Okay,
Thank you guys for watching.
Till next time.
Love you guys.